Hi, my name is Lauren Schmidt, and I'm the Digital Marketing Manager for the Gallo Center for the Arts. With me, I have Kimberly Ogden. She is the Company Manager for the Gallo Center Repertory Company. A little bit about what your day-to-day looks like for set dressing and your experience as the Company Manager for the Gallo Center Repertory Company.
Sure. Well, the two jobs sometimes overlap. Set dressing is a separate craft, but also in my role as company manager, I see my job as making the trains run on time. So seeing that every production, whether with a resident director or a visiting director, all the elements in place for a smooth production behind the scenes and in front of the audience. And part of that is load in and the physical aspects of getting all the properties for the production in place. And so that's when the two jobs really coincide.
Kimberly, what exactly is a set dresser?
All right, so when you have a set for a show, the builder provides what I like to think of as the exoskeleton, the walls, the flats, the ceilings, the floor plan. And then the set dresser comes along and provides the interior, whether it's a living room or a kitchen or an outdoor terrace. I always like to refer to the set as sort of the fifth cast member because the set provides the look and the feel and the emotional and aesthetic support for the message that the play and the actors are trying to convey.
What does it take to be a set dresser?
Well, I'm glad you asked. First, you have to know the show forwards and backwards and understand the needs of the production. You have to understand time and place in history. You have to understand colors and palettes. You also have to understand basic production needs. Is this a piece that needs to be moved off the set for a transition? Is it easily moved? If not, you might have to move on. So you have to have some basic theater production knowledge. And then I tell people, you know, you have to be bold. I carry my business cards, and when I'm in a new town or a new thrift or consignment shop opens up, I'm right there with my card, introducing myself to the vendor, because this might be a place where I want to rent or borrow something for one of our shows. And once you've established that relationship with the vendor, it's absolutely important. Integrity above all. Return things when you say you're going to, return them in good condition. If something has happened during the production, then you take responsibility for that financially, so you always maintain that good relationship with the vendor.
Kimberly, what is your biggest challenge as a set dresser?
Well, there's always that one hard to find item, something very specific. When we were doing Steel Magnolias, I started maybe 7 months ahead of the production because I knew that I was going to have to find salon equipment. I was going to have to find a roll-around shampoo station. And the thing about set dressing is it really opened your eyes to other worlds, because I had never thought about a home beauty salon and what the needs of that would be. We go to a beauty parlor and we have our hair shampooed in a sink that's attached to a wall. But in this case, because it was her carport, she needed a roll-around shampoo cart. So I found one over in Gilroy that was owned by a woman who was in that exact same situation as Truby. She'd had a home salon. But it took 7 months. So there's, you know, every show has its own challenge, but sometimes it's the very, very specific items related to a time in history or a function that we don't require anymore in our day-to-day life. You can find typewriters from the 30s and 40s because people think they're cool and beautiful, but try to find an IBM Selectric from 1975, and then that's a whole nother situation. But I love the challenge. That's one of the things I love about my job. I love finding that thing that's gonna bring the show home.
How did you get your start in set dressing?
Well, for years, I worked at E&J Gallo Winery in their creative services department as a photo stylist. And in that capacity, I helped create the wardrobe and the sets and the props for their in-house advertising. And we worked in many different mediums, from television to print to what they call point of sale. And having spent years creating sets in that venue, then it naturally translated over to this venue, I already had relationships with vendors around town. And so when we first did Diary of Anne Frank and we needed things, the director reached out to me, and that was sort of my first experience doing some set dressing for Gallo Center Repertory Company, and then it's just grown from there. And I'm so grateful that it has, because it's truly one of the delights of my life and great passions.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Lauren Schmidt. I am the Digital Marketing Manager, and we just covered the Gallo Center Repertory Company conversation.